I'm currently Trailblaze level 28, completely free to play. I don't do I don't re-roll my resin or anything like that. I've just been playing the game in unhealthy amount, and this is a few days after release, and I was like a day late as well. So I should have been higher, and I should be level 30 right now, but it is what it is. Relating to the world levels, I haven't progressed really too far. I've just done my skill tree a little bit and been playing this game mode like a madman. As you can see here, the first time clear reward is 600 Trailblaze XP, and on top of that, the actual quest itself for the world also gives a good chunk of XP. So just from clearing it completely, you can get 900 Trailblaze XP. Now, it is a little bit difficult to do, I will admit, but I'll get there eventually. If you want to make it easier, then you can do what I did and basically farm as many skill points as you can so that you can get the most benefits that you can. Each run roughly gives me like 70 to 80 of these skill points out at like world level 1. And on top of that, while you're farming for your ability tree skill points, you can also be farming for your blessings and your curios. You can get a lot of primo gems, or sorry, you can get a lot of these stellar jade from doing all of these first time completion rewards. Another thing is that you want to destroy every single object that you see in your simulated universe. So if I go right here and destroy this, you can see I actually get 12 cosmic fragments. Every destructible gives you some cosmic fragments, and there's actually some pretty powerful curios. I might be able to put them up on the screen that also relate to destroyable objects. For the Echo of Wars, you can go ahead and challenge it, and then over here there's going to be the support button, and you can actually go ahead and kind of borrow someone else's character. I think this is such a cool feature. You can get like a Bronya. It will replace one of your own characters. You could get like a Clara, any of these characters. You can get like a Sealy, whatever it is, to help you do the boss if you're struggling with it. I think this is going to be such a cool feature down the line, when you're going to be able to go ahead and like borrow some C6 whale Giga Chad character that's going to absolutely destroy the weekly boss. And if you are a whale and you want people to borrow your character, it doesn't cost you anything. You just put your support character here, and as a little bonus, I've had people borrow my character because my Yingqing's actually cracked even as a free-to-play this early on. You'll get some credits, so that's a little nice extra income. Whenever you see one of these purple cannons or containers, you just pop your abilities that are passive that you can use, and then you pop them like that, and you can sustain your techniques really well like that. Another tip is that some quests are only available if you see them on the minimap. So for example, this quest here, Vessel of Mediocrity. Right, this is a quest. It grants 100 Trailblaze XP, some nice rewards. However, if I go and look at my quest tab, though, that's not on here. I don't have that anywhere on here. So just make sure to look through the maps, all the maps, and see if there are any sort of quests that you are kind of missing out on. Another quick tip that I want to give is, you see this right here. Just make sure that when you're looking through the maps to see if you have any quests or formidable enemies or whatever, that you actually check both levels or how many levels there are. Another tip is to go ahead and make sure that you have all your treasures or all your warp trotters in the maps. There are more treasures than are shown on the map. So for example, it says that there's like 10 treasures here, but I don't know how. I don't know why, but I haven't seen anyone talk about this. There is an interactive map, just like in Genshin. Maybe people don't know where to find it, but let me show you. If you go here, honkaistarrail's tools online, you scroll down here, you have two really useful resources. You have the Hoyo wiki, and you also have your Star Rail map. And so as you can see on the map in game, it says that there's only 10 treasures, but that is only talking about the common treasures. On this actual map, so on the map, as you can see, there's actually more treasures. I believe this is where the formidable foes are, but it will give you the locations of the Globetrotters and any other little hidden secrets, and also any other puzzle related treasures or anything like that. So it's really, really useful to make sure and get all those treasures, because they're a great source of XP books, artifacts, and of course that Trailblaze XP. I believe bountiful treasures are treasures that are locked behind puzzles or quests, and the precious treasures, I think, are the ones that are locked behind formidable foes. Next up I want to give is going to be relating to the shops, which I'm sure you guys have visited before. If you level this up and buy some stuff, you'll get some nice rewards, including wishes. You'll get some of these batteries and XP books, which will help a lot in your progression early on. I'd recommend skipping out on the Trailblazer constellations for physical, because physical is really not that great, and you're going to be using Blaze Fire most of the time. And if you can see here, right here, you get the Musketeer, a full set of purple Musketeer set. That should be like the first thing that you buy in the shop. And then if we go to the other one here in Boulder Town, there is also a full set of purple gear. So as you can see, this one is the champion's headgear, and even though this is a physical damage set, it's still really good for basically any sort of DPS that can benefit from attack. You can also get some from the operation briefing. As you can see here, here's some 4-star relics. This could be really good for like the fire trailblazer. So as you can see here, currently I'm running a 2-piece ice damage and a 2-piece attack set, the Musketeer set. I was lucky enough to get crits on 2 pieces, so I'm absolutely decimating my enemies right now. However, I would first prioritize for attack centered characters to focus on leveling up your gloves, because they give a large amount of attack. The boots later on, percentage attack is going to be a lot more beneficial. However, early game flat attack is a lot more beneficial, because percentage attack scales off of whatever attack you have. Early game, you don't have that much just flatline attack, so it doesn't have as much of a benefit, versus flat attack, you don't have a lot of flat attack early on, so flat attack is going to be a lot more beneficial. Same thing applies to HP scaling characters, like for example my Natasha. She has high amounts of HP, and you know, her gloves don't matter at all, right? So make sure to allocate your resources properly. If your character isn't going to be using attack, then there's no point in leveling up their gloves, and instead it would be better to level up their headpiece so that they have more HP and can heal much better. You have to be kind of like a cheapskate with your resources, and you kind of want to hoard them all, but don't be scared to level up your artifacts. Your artifacts will provide you a huge amount of damage and healing for your characters. You can later use them for your 5-star artifacts, and you'll only lose roughly like 13% of your EXP. So it's totally worth to go ahead and level up your artifacts. Another thing I want to point out is obviously going to be your Trailblaze power, of course. You know, now I don't mean to be Captain Obvious here, but you know, use it when you can. I personally recommend spending it on credits, because credits are always going to be an issue since you need them for everything. Don't be an idiot like me and go ahead and condense them down to like these star tokens because you thought you could get Evicerate. Just don't do that, okay? Just spend them on credits. That's what I recommend if you can. Now, you can also use your Trailblaze fuel for 60 resin, and that will greatly enhance your speed at which as you go through the Trailblaze levels. I personally am not a whale. I'm 100% free-to-play player, so I can't really afford to use these. I think I might use this fuel instead. Now, for me personally, I care more about progressing faster, and if you care more about progressing faster and getting to grinding artifacts faster, then I would recommend that you use your Trailblaze power. Otherwise, you can, you know, save it. You'll have slower progression, but you technically get more bang for your buck later on when you're grinding for artifacts or whatever it is. I'm not sure which one is mathematically better, getting to artifact grinding faster or having more bang for your buck for artifact farming later on. Sorry, relics. Sorry, I'm a Genshin guy. Artifact grind, relic grinding, whatever. You get the idea. And also, of course, make sure to just do your daily missions because they give, you know, Stellar Jade and a lot of Trailblaze XP as well. Last tip I want to give is actually kind of a weird one. It's basically just to subscribe to this guy named Grim. In my opinion, he's probably the most well-versed and most knowledgeable character about this game so far that I've seen. His guides are extremely well done. And just 2 days ago, he had like 4,000 subscribers. Now he has 2,000 subscribers. The man's on a roll. And he definitely deserves it. I'm not his friend. I don't know him or anything like that. But when I see a good content creator, I definitely, you know, don't mind suggesting my audience to go and check someone else out. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, then consider subscribing to me. I would greatly appreciate it. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any other tips or tricks for progressing your account faster. What have you guys been doing? If you want more tips on how to deal more damage, then check out my team building video. It'll help you cover a lot of the basics and elevate your team building skills and theory crafting to the next level. But as always, remember to take care and have a magnificent day.